Hi, it's Jeff at Alpha Social Media Inc. And we're going to show you how to restore a site with Backup Buddy. Maybe your site gets infected or something has happened and now it's gone. Backup Buddy will get you here. So here's the site here. I'm just going to go out of it and let's take a look at the file manager right here, and make sure you go show hidden files. That way you can see the htaccess file. And we're going to go and look at student 10 right here, and these are the files right here. Now when you're restoring a site with Backup Buddy, you need to make sure that there are no files in there to begin with. So in other words, the only thing you want left is the CGI bin. So I'm going to go and select everything, and I'm going to deselect by holding the control key down, and I'm going to delete all these files, because if your site goes down, you're going to have to start from scratch. It's the fastest way to do that. So we've got student 10, double checking that to make sure we're doing the right one. You always have to be careful and don't rush when you're doing this stuff. Take your time. And so we're going to delete them. We're going to delete all the files. So what I end up having in student 10 is simply the CGI/bin. Now, what we need to do is we need to get our backup files into the student 10 folder. We're going to upload the backup file and the import buddy.php file we made on the website. So we're going to go upload. We're going to browse, and this is where you have to go look at. I put it on the desktop so I could find it really simple. I'm going to start with the import buddy file, and I'm looking down here and the install is complete. I'm going to close that one right there in the tab, and let's just click on there and you'll see the import buddy. Let's go and grab the backup file that we created. We're going to bring that up, then we're waiting here for that to finish, and it's done. I'm going to close this, click the student 10, and we now have the backup file in the import buddy file. The next thing we need to do is we need to go and create in the MySQL databases, we need to create a database. So I've got it already here, but I'm just going to delete this. And I'm going to show you how to actually make this database again. So we're going to create a database. We'll call it student 10. And I'll go create the database. And now once I've created the database, we need to add a privileged user. So we'll go here. I'm going to pick this one here. I'm going to add it to student 10, and I'm going to add it. So in other words, it's important that you give all the privileges to this. I'm going to go make changes. You need to create a database for the backup files to be restored into. And so there we have it right there. So we're good to go that part. The next thing we need to do is we need to go and trigger the Backup Buddy file on our site to load student 10. This is where jeffbrowntraining.com. This is where the import buddy.php would be found. If you had it in a folder, you would simply insert the folder name in here and then another /. And so we know we've got it right, that once we go enter, we should see the place where you have to put your password. So I'll put the password in, and I'll authenticate it. Wrong password, 1 second. It's important to make sure you get your passwords right. It now sees the backup file right there. We're going to go restore backup. And we're going to go localhost. Now the username, that's the username for the database. I'm just going to copy this, save a little typing. And I'm going to hide this, obviously, for security purposes. And the password for the database user. And I'm going to always go with a different database practice. So I'm going to go TT10WP just for the ease. I normally go with different ones. And let's go next. It's beginning to restore. We're going to keep the name the same. If you were switching to another host or giving another name, this is where you would put the new URL in. I'm going to go next step. And I'm going to right click to go and test the site just to make sure. And let's try to log in. Let's delete that and put the and there we have it. Our WordPress site is restored. And that's how you do it. And we're going to go back here just to do some quick cleaning up. We'll finish the cleanup. And I click that to go to this site. Yeah.